Now here's the next scenario. Okay, this is more of a SWAT scenario than more of a high-risk warrant serve scenario. There's a couple different ways law enforcement breaches doors. You shoot the hinges out over here. This is an airsoft gun. It looks just like a real thing as far as a shotgun goes. There's a battering ram where they come up and they ram the door open, and then they got to find out if there's threats on the other side of that. You know, maybe they throw a flashbang in, so you've got, you know, loud percussion, loud noise, a lot going on. The adrenaline's really up there. And here's really the point of it, okay? The police will not come to your house and do this unless you've got the risk of someone being there that is a felon, high risk, warrant served. Usually it's 2 or 3 time felony gun usage, drug dealing, stuff like that. So if you don't want the police to do this, then don't have felons in your house. You know, and if it happens and somebody accidentally gets shot or a discharge or this happens or that happens, right? Blame yourself. You have the felon in the house anyways. Either that or you should call the police when you know where they're at and have them turned in. They're a risk to our community and the safety of everyone, including yourself if you're evading a felon. So one method, once again, is a battering ram. The next method, shotgun, doors open, right? So that's a method of door breaching. Now on the other side of the door, there's threats and non-threats. So you look at the second, boom, boom, the door's open. Now you've got to find out if it's a threat or a non-threat really fast. So this is the kind of training that we do. Once again, support your law enforcement. If you know a felon or somebody that's got warrants, just turn them in. Save everybody the hassle. But now we're going to get to the threat training. We're going to do that a little bit different. I'm going to stand over here. I'm going to have my assistant change the threat and the non-threat items in the target. The target's going to be moving. My adrenaline's going to get up. Got to watch my foot plate to the wall, so I'm going to step around like this. Identify the threat. And eliminate the threat. So this gun right here shoots 3 BBs. You can see 1 BB right in the chest of the target. So the thing is, you've only got a second to decide. That's a taser in his hand. That's a threat. Here's something else I'm going to show you, and this is just stationary. Okay, we're going to shoot a lot of this footage. You'll see me hold the gun like this. We're going to shoot a lot of this footage with the Tacticam on here. It's mounted on the rail with a pistol, and to give you the bird's eye view of making that quick second decision. So when your life rides on that second alone, you've got to, if you're an law officer, you've got to make the right decision every time to go home to your family, or if you're in court and lose your job, or even go to prison. So there's a lot of risk out there for law enforcement, and it should be noted. Go. Right there was the exact mode, okay? Now that was a stationary target. So you had the element to moving in there. You've got the real deal threat coming at you. You know, probably very similar to what the New York Police Department officers had at the subway when the guy came at him with the hatchet. Both of them were wounded. They shot and killed the suspect. Another lone wolf, radical Islamic terrorist attack. Now the object in the target's hand was changed, so I don't know if the object in the hand is a threat or a non-threat. So, go! The object in his hand was a gun. That's a threat. Okay. Another combination of what you can do is, this is a law enforcement drill. They're going after a bad guy in a warehouse. So you can paint the picture. There's been shots fired. There's other police in the warehouse going after him as well. So they've got to watch out not only for the bad guy with the gun that could be a threat, but a good guy with a gun that could be a threat. Go. Right, so this way. He had a badge in his arm and a gun in his hand. I recognized the badge, the gun, did not shoot him. So there's so many different possibilities and scenarios that you can train with. Now when we change this to a moving target, it amps it up. Like I said, just like the attack on the police officers in New York where he ran at him with a hatchet and wounded 2 of them. Okay? This is the training that you need to get so the officers aren't injured or even worse, killed. Okay, what we're doing right now is a threat, non-threat with a moving target. So my assistant is going to say go, and then what I've got to do is I've got to go through the entry of the door, quickly identify if it's a threat or not a threat, and then either eliminate or stop the threat, or back up, or a mixture of both to make sure that I'm not going to fire on a non-threat situation. This video is designed to show you how fast it all really goes down. So what we're going to do now is we're basically going to bring live action, threat, non-threat, and I don't know because my assistant is going to change the objects in the target. So I've got to make that same decision. Whenever you're ready. Go. The threat was the bottle in the hand. He was charging me with it. I eliminated the threat. That target right there had a gun, which I focused on that right away, and then quickly looked over and he had a badge. So if you're working with another officer, don't shoot another officer. So you have to be aware of the threat and the non-threat level. Now that right there, I didn't know if it was a cell phone in the bad guy's hand. It was actually a taser. So he's coming at me with a taser. I had to pause real quick just to get it, make sure it was a threat, non-threat situation. So I shot him, noticing he was coming at me with a taser. Go. That time he was coming at me with a hammer. I eliminated the threat. Now while he's changing the targets out, I'm going to show you a few things. We're using a Tacticam on the rail, and this is a Taurus PT99 from Palco Sports. Palco Sports is our partner in Airsoft, and they're our distributor. So they have really good products. This is lifelike, feels like real metal. I mean, it's the same exact weight as the gun, and it's almost identical to my Beretta 92. The big difference is the rail on it. This is CO2 powered, and it has blowback. So the setting here, you have the safety, semi-automatic, and you can actually go fully automatic on as well. And I'll show you that just for fun. That was the fully automatic version. He came at me with a gun, I stopped the threat. So we've completed a threat, non-threat training session with one moving target. The next series we're going to bring you is going to be multiple moving targets, and we're going to start from the very beginning. We're going to breach the door, go in. We want to get a couple more operators for that, and I think we might actually have some police coming in to do that with us, and FBI, so we can kind of exchange some training formats so we can help save more lives out there. Stay tuned, targettracker.net.